Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Salty Banter. As always, no rules, just a bunch of friends talking reefing. So I'm going to go down my screen, and today, top left, is Lee. Lee, your week in reefing. I just watched your most recent YouTube video last night. Absolutely brilliant, and that tank is looking dynamite.
Yeah, you can't really
Is that part one? Is that part one? Because I watched part one and I'm like, where's part 2 and 3? Thought you broke it up for size. Oh, it's a series. I was like, I'm ready to get into the next one. I thought it was too big for you to download.
I haven't got around to filming it yet. I wish I could turn that bloody thing off. Yeah, recent week. Well, it's been 2 weeks since we were last on, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I briefly met. Well, we started talking about it last night, and you mentioned we'll save it for today. I went to Boston, not in America, in the UK, to pick up a calcium reactor. Had a really good day, really good catch up with a bloke who's just shut down, but he's setting up a 4,500 litre system and wants me to help him with pipe work. He's got a garage like 30 foot away from his house and running pipe work from garage because that's where sump's going to be. All the way into house and piping it all up. So I'd gone for a chat about that and a pick up calcium reactor. Walked through the door, smiling, pretty good day, happy. You know how it is. You're having really good days. You're like, yeah, I'll have a brew and I'll go to bed early. Walks in the front room and there's 2 inch of water missing out of my main display and there's air in both my other 2 displays. And I'm like, I bet auto top-up's turned itself off and on again. So goes into the cellar and there's 3 to 4 inch of water on cellar floor. Lost just shy of 4,000 litres, 400 litres of water. To find out that my UV that had been bodged by its previous owner had put these rubber boots over end to reduce it, like we get on ponds. And there were a hole big enough for me to put my finger in. And it was just spewing water straight out. So I just looked at that and thought, oh, that's just what I wanted right now. So 2 days did that. Used all towels I had in house to dry it all up. Put towels in washer to wash them so I could start again. And fucking washer broke. So yeah, it's been a good week. And then come down to me lavender tang being dead because it's been bullied. I've been trying to catch it, but I haven't been able. So lost that. Lost a couple of heads of torches. But other than that, everything's been just plodding on. I haven't managed to buy out new for tank. I'm doing well that way. But I am getting Liam's Regal Angel next week some point.
Oh?
Well, I don't know if you... Didn't you hear that this morning then, Ron?
No, see, I was listening and then I was trying to edit last night's tank tour because I don't like double stacking recordings to then have to edit 2 things. It just gets... I'll end up...
Understandable, mate. Don't blame you.
So,
well, he couldn't get it to eat, so he put clams in, finally got it to eat, and then it started devouring his tenuous.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he messaged me, and I says, so what do you want for it? He went, oh, I don't know, make me an offer. So I've got a spare AI blade, 21 inch, if you want that. Yeah, deal. So he's having like, and I'm picking it up, but now I found out he eats clams. I'm like, I've got some rather large clams in my system, and do I tempt him in the big tank or do I put him in one of the little ones? Because apparently he's fine with LPS and that. It's like, but
here's an idea: just don't take him.
What?
I think the clowns that are hosting the clams would do a good job protecting it.
Fuck you, Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, they love hosting them clams, don't they?
Can we rewind back a little bit, Leah's way?
You are.
Can we now go back and do the translated version of what happened last week for you, Lee? You got 3 inches of water in your cellar, and you clean it up with towels?
Yeah, because I've got a vac, but once you fill the vac, I've got to carry it upstairs, so it's easy to use towels. Drench salt towels, hang them up, let them drain into buckets, and then bung them in dryer. It's just easier.
So
I did have specific floor pumps, but I broke them, so I need to get some more.
So is it Seche Zeros you had?
Sorry?
Is it a Seche Zero you had?
No, I had some of the AI TMC copies. You know, that look like little bottles. Yeah, the shite.
There's a surprise.
They lasted 6 months.
No, the Seche Zeros are absolutely amazing. Takes it down to, is it 2 or 3 mil of water.
Have you ever tried finding one? I've seen one. I've seen one in wild, and it was a prize at Finest. And I went, "Can I buy that?" And I went, "No, it's a prize." I went, "Can I buy that?" And you get the price from somewhere else, or will you get one for next week? Oh, yeah, get one for next week. Went back. Oh no, we can't get any. Right.
Lee, I have 3, and I'm going to send you one.
What do you want for it?
Fuck all. I'm going to take
Regal Angel.
A Regal Angel.
Regal.
It won't bother me. Give me an excuse to take it up to him.
But don't be shy. If I forget to do this, poke me. But listen, back to the UV. So you said there's a rubber reducer on it that we quite often use here, especially in the UK for pond reductions.
Yeah.
And the reason why we use them for pond reductions is because you don't worry about mega leaks outdoors. So did you not notice that that's what they'd used when you installed it, or did you?
Yeah, I knew that's what they'd done, and the plan was to put it up and take it down later on once I'd got the Achilles settled, because it were UV for Achilles tank. So the Cade that I've got, the 900 frag, has got a 110 watt UV on it, because I was twitchy as hell about the Achilles. So the plan was to put it on, then once I put the Achilles in big tank, take it down and repipe it properly. And well, I ain't put Achilles in big tank yet, so I ain't had a chance to do it. So it was just like, it's working, I'll leave it and it'll do for a minute. And that minute's been 6 months, as it usually happens. So now it's got to come down. I've had to bypass pipe work, and then I'm going to cut it up and repipe it or bin it. I don't know yet. See what happens.
Is the
UV surprised
itself okay? It's just the connection.
Sorry?
Is it just the connection that's dodgy? The UV itself is actually okay?
UV is absolutely fine. All it was, the rubber boot, if that's a rubber boot, there's an hole in it, like there, where my finger can fit through it.
That's a big...
everything else is perfectly fine.
I still think Salt Creep should have corked it. Oh.
Well, we're hoping it we're going to do, but I watched it for an hour, and it didn't look like it was sealing, so I thought I best turn it off.
I watched it for an hour.
As I said I did actually put my finger in it for a bit, and I'm like, yeah, this is working, but I'm kind of stuck now.
You should have put it down lower. You could have used something other than your finger.
Yeah, well, if he was the two-arm reefer, he could have been there longer. But
yeah, could have been changing them. But yeah, well, if I had both my hands, I could have put one finger in and used this arm to reach around and find something to wedge in. But I just
So is that a reach around then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, I worked that into there, Ron.
That's different than a side on.
So anything else happening in your week in reefing, Lee? You've burned through salt, obviously, because you've had to replenish.
Yeah, we're just shy of 400 litres I've had to use. So I contacted them and they went, yeah, no problem, we'll send you some more out, but we're having issues with delivery people for pricing. So you might have to wait a little bit. I said, look, not being funny, I says, I go to a shop around the corner from where your distributors are. I can pick it up, it's not a problem. I didn't hear no back after that, so I'm not holding my breath. Well, then. Yeah. Other than that, that's about it, really. I've just caught out the zebra tang out of the tank that's in that video, and I put him in big tank. I'm going to let him out tonight.
So is he in an acclimation box?
Yeah. And already my epaulet tang don't like him.
Yeah.
They're about the same size as well, but the epaulet tang's a bit of a pussy. While he's in box, he'll be absolutely fine, but as soon as zebra's out, I think he's going to rule tank. Because
the zebra will rule.
Yeah, they're super aggressive when they want to be.
Why do you move fish around so much?
Because I buy them in and put them in smaller tanks because they're too small to go in big system. And then I move them into a big system when they're big enough. If I came home with a zebra tank... Go on, what's up? What, Jim?
Isn't that a pain in the ass, though? Because of, like, what you just said? You're going to be dealing with different fighting. Now this fish is going to kill this fish, and...
Oh, no, it's just while I settle down. But if I came home with a zebra tang that big, which is how big it was when I got it, and put it in a 6x3x2, I'd never see it. So I put it in 3-footer till he's like that big now. He's now big enough to go with big guys. And it was the same with Achilles that I've got, and my orange shoulder that I've all got.
The hybrid?
Yeah, that's why it's not a hybrid, it's just a fucking Achilles. Still sore.
Jim.
Who were talking about it? I was chatting to, I think it was Tim yesterday. Oh, my mate Mick, and he's like, you still haven't been back to finds, have you? I went, no. And I won't because of that. I'm not 100% sure what actually happened, but anyway, other than that, my tank's looking really good. My clams looking better than I've looked in ages. So
just in time for the Regal to pop along.
Yeah, well, luckily we're having 3 tanks. I can actually put him somewhere else if I want to.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
I'm a bit like Rob, Jim. I don't really have plans. So it's like, I don't know. I'll probably put it in a little tank to start off with anyhow, make sure it's feeding. Oh, no. Oh, and really, really sad news. I've lost the Chromis.
Murderer.
I don't seem to remember that being your reaction last night, Lee. I think you're.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think you threw an arm in there.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them died yesterday, so it's like, yeah, that's one less. But yeah, I love the thing in the background now, though, Ron. It looks really good.
That's cool, isn't it? Yeah. It's a belter of an idea. I was just going to make a sign and slot an A4 laminated sheet of paper in, depending on what it was we were doing, but this you can put anything on it. Anything.
Don't them projectors that you used to have at school. You'll
overhead projector, yeah. Always wanted a shot of one of them. I guess what I would have drawn. Anyway, moving on. So my week's been pretty bland. I've been really, really busy. So literally the only thing that's really happened, other than getting a cheeky little package in the mail from a certain East Coast reefer, which I have on my desk and I'm going to unveil shortly.
Yay!
So I finally got my light up. So I'm really impressed with the color spectrum in particular. I've not tweaked that for this live stream, and the camera is showing it exactly how it shows to my eyes. So yeah, it's not as blue, it's not as neon-y, it's not as punchy as you get from the AB Plus on the Radiance, but I have to say I prefer it. The more naturally colored coral. So I don't know if can you see that acro kind of there? That's kind of peachy, pinky kind of color. It looks absolutely dynamite, and you can see a really clear delineation of the different color on the axial polyps at the tips compared to just the kind of older structure of the coral. So I'm really impressed with it so far. And if I can share my screen, I will show you how the kind of online app thing works. Go to there. Can you guys see that web page okay?
Looks like a boob.
Yeah. So basically up the left here is your overall intensity. So that's at 50%. Obviously 100% is all the way up here. You've got your 7 channels: UV, violet, royal blue, blue, cyan, white, and red. And then you have your preset spectrum points that you can drop. So you've got a natural spectrum, it's called, which is basically simulating a 10-meter deep reef. You've got SPS Plactif. I don't know actually what that stands for. And then you've got a Plactif Plus. Then you've got Shallow Reef, which is what I'm currently running, which is quite a high intensity, although I've dropped it down to 50. Then you've got LPS, SPS, which then you start getting into the bluer range of the spectrum. LPS Plus, Deep Sea, which is really blue. Tom's Corallin, which I assume is possibly something to do with one of the owners at ATI or something. That's a very, very pretty rocket ship somebody has designed there. And I know for a fact that the shape of the helmet on that is Jim. he always does the same type of helmet. And then the last one is Fluorescent, which is like if you want really, really high pop blue. So
I can only give that a 7 out of 10 because there are no customary jizz drops coming out at top.
Oh, yeah. We've been there.
So Ron, do you have is that the Stratton light hanging kit, or did you have to rig something up?
No, this is the completely in the box hanging kit, which took 3 attempts because the little clamps that you pass the wire through and then the weight of the light then locks it. They just kept on kind of sliding. So I was like, nah, not happening. So Yeah, not impressed with the hanging side of things. I'm not impressed with the gauge of the wire. I think the wire, they have tried to make the entire light as minimal as possible, and I totally understand why they're trying to do it. They want to try and give that nothing's there. Because if you're standing at the same height as the light is just this grey stripe across your eyes. It's almost completely invisible. So I understand I'm going for the thin wires, but I'm not impressed with it. The Ecotech wires are at least twice the gauge, and the clamps are twice, if not 3 times stronger. So I did think I could, this is going to make everyone want to vomit, drill the light pass the Ecotech wire through and have it super chunky, or I will just run the Ecotech wires simultaneously with the ATI wires and crimp them as just a kind of insurance policy. But it's up
because
there.
You're nervous?
I'd drill it.
Yeah. Well, I thought about drilling it and passing thicker wires through.
You know me though. I mean, I'll fuck some shit up in a second. That's how I roll.
So yeah, other than
but you don't have a $1,500 light.
I'd still drill that fucker.
I didn't pay that, but anyway, that's not the point. But no, I'm super impressed with the light, the spectrum, how it looks, all the rest of it. I found the app a little bit tricky to begin with, but that's just because I have learning difficulties and I'm a simpleton. So once I got that under my belt, I quite like it. But do I know if it
looks great?
Coral? I don't know if it's going to grow coral, so I'll get back to you on that. And what I received in the mail, so it came dismantled, but the person who sent me it very gratefully sent me some instructions, who is sitting giggling like a schoolboy. So he made me, and I don't know how he made this, because I assume this model doesn't exist, but he made me a purple-headed urchin, 3D printed it, and it's absolutely spot on. Is that not amazing? And then the pièce de résistance says he made a plaque for it to sit on.
Good.
Is that not epic?
That's fantastic. The instructions are what got me, though. I laughed so hard at the instructions.
You know that kind of way, a random sheet of paper in a box, you normally don't, A, you either don't look at it, or B, you just put it in the bin. And I was like, no, he didn't buy this, so why are there instructions? And then I saw his cheeky little face on it. And there was some suggestions of how I could, would the word be wear it? Or just place? But no. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Steve. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
I can't show anybody else, but except the persons that watch this. Other than that,
Steve, you get printed out of a PLA or PTEG?
That's PLA.
Oh, it's a shame.
Don't put it in your tank.
He could have put it in tank if he'd done it with here.
Yeah, well, you'd need to print it 100% as well, otherwise it'd just float.
Well, it don't matter that.
no, I quite like the idea of that. I might do that just for a laugh when I get my coral farm up and running. I'll just throw that in the tank and see if anyone wants to make me an offer.
What you could do is make it like a little box with holes and use it as a feeder. You know, frozen food feeder. You could pop it on top and let it floating.
Yeah.
Or just put it on a shelf in my fish room and enjoy it. So yeah, other than that, corals are growing like mad. I am now completely and utterly out of space in the farm tank. I can't frag another single coral. I am completely out of space. So somebody's placing an order. 2 people are placing orders next week. I'm a little bit nervous about posting so close to Christmas. A, temperature, and B, I don't know if you guys have noticed that the postal service in the UK has just gone to shit recently.
It's not just the UK. It's a fucking shit show here.
Okay.
Like complete
especially a
mess.
holiday.
Yeah.
Everyone's shipping presents. Amazon trying to get their last minute gifts in to their house.
Normally it doesn't get this bad here so early in December, though, I have to admit. I'm not used to this. It's totally turned to shit. I mean, DPD came with my wire hanging kit for these lights at 10 to 10 at night.
Holy shit.
You know.
And I checked the
They work late.
CCTV. He was at the barrier of the garden centre at 10 to 10.
Yeah, the
Sods.
Postal Service here has they've lost 2 shipments for me already this holiday season.
Lost?
Yeah, they say, well, it might be there. But we don't know where it is. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, we've had a couple late night ring doorbells pop up, dogs go berserk, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And there's somebody running back to their delivery truck.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I know Tom got a sump and delivered a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? And they left it on his garden wall, balanced. So the sump's that wide, the wall's that wide, and they just left it on his wall.
Makes sense.
On the boundary of somebody else's fucking property.
The Tom?
Yeah, Tom.
Tom.
Tarrant. Tom.
The one with the rock, the shit rock scape? That Tom?
No.
It's 2 Toms, isn't it?
Yeah, we got 2.
I don't know what you mean, Jim.
Oh.
The ironing board, I think he called it on his live stream this morning.
Yeah,
That's
John,
awesome.
how's your weekend been? I see there's a tank in the background.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay? I've got this JBL thing here. Can you hear me?
It's like you're on radio, like an AM radio, but we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I've just been on catch up this week because I had a large, sign writing job to do. It's huge. So all of my tanks have. So I do like the glamour. So I've had to go around. I'm catching up now, trying to get them all back to pristine again. So I'm up and down the stairs, running around with hoses and stuff.
So you just said you like the glamour.
Oh.
Yeah, I embrace the glamour. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Yeah.
We got a shout out about glamour on Tom's Reefing Network live stream this morning. I don't know did anyone hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, they were talking about like high end, super clean tanks, and he said, on Reefy AF they call them glamorous tanks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's when they're on about Liam's pulley out a bit on his.
That's what it was. His spice rack.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, that's what when people don't come in to visit my house and don't have a fit on the floor because I'm impressed, I'm not, I don't think I'm even doing briefing. So.
Love it.
I do have a question though, John. Why does your reef tank have a floppy drive on it?
Is that not a thermometer or something?
Oh, okay.
Well, there's one of those on either side. That's the plane, and there's an ATO reservoir one side, which I get, but that is the level of your return. But you can see the level of your return through the glass, so you can see the water level.
It does look like a floppy drive, though.
It does, yeah.
Floppy.
Although whether I can fit my floppy in there is another question.
You'd have to hit it with a hammer first.
Give it a go.
Just a wee tap with a cold spoon. That'll do it.
It would be the first time I forced in a floppy with a thumb.
John. Force out a floppy with a thumb.
No, that's banned. Sorry, yeah. What was we talking about?
your weekend reefing?
A weekend reef, yeah. I've just been going around catching up because I do like to have all of them sort of pristine at any given time, so that makes me feel happy.
So when you say all of them, how many tanks have you got?
I've got 6 displays and 2 quarantines.
Fucking hell.
What?
Are they all kids or just that one?
No, that's the only cade I've got. That's my latest one. That one's the 4th.
Right. So are we booking in 6 tank tours, or do you want to do them all in a one-er?
I was thinking about that. I don't know how we'd actually do it because it's more than one. Do you know what I mean? Like I just sort of travel up and down the stairs.
Well, here's a tip, John. Watch my tank tour.
Right.
And then you'll see how to do more than one because I've got 3. So.
The opposite of that.
Yeah.
Our best tank tour ever. Amazing.
Yeah, unless you just wanted to focus on one tank, I suppose.
No, we'll just need to do them all, but you're definitely going to have to do something about your audio. You need to get you mic'd up.
Yeah, I suppose I need to. I've only got this like JBL thing that's listening to me, so I think that's listening.
Stick it in front of your face. It sounded a little clearer.
Is that better?
Yes.
No. Really?
Yeah.
I'll just like this is absolutely fine.
Well, you just need to get a roll of duct tape and you can just tape it.
Oh, yeah, I'll
just tape it to your head. It'll be fine. Yeah.
You want to put it there so you sound like one of the people at Trachometers.
Yeah, I mean it's a difficult look to pull off, but
Ouch. Hey, Matt.
To be fair, you look like now you're matching with your floppy drive.
All right.
No, honestly, in the new year we'll get you booked in for some tank tours, John. I'm excited.
Okay, Ron.
Okay.
Ouch.
Steve, you're wicking reefing.
Yeah. I had some fun making a thumbnail for Wednesday's live stream.
Jesus Christ, I sent that to a couple of people and they're like, is that you? I'm like, no, it's not fucking me.
Go on, Steve. Let's have a look. We can all give you our opinion.
Everyone's going to draw a cock on it. Just warning you.
You wouldn't do that.
Jason.
We wouldn't do that.
I just asked AI to draw me a picture that represented a Scottish coral farmer, and that's what
Is
it
that
drew.
all you wrote?
Yeah.
Right, hold
Well,
on.
I asked for it in landscape format.
Oh, okay. If you don't have it to hand, don't worry about it. But
yeah, I can't. If you'll probably see it come up in YouTube or somewhere at some point.
That means I'll have to follow you, won't it?
Is that the one with the beard?
Yeah, it's a guy wearing a kilt, swigging a 2-litre bottle of iron brew in a field, growing corals.
Yeah.
And then on a not so happy note, I've got my Fungia plate coral is almost completely just skeleton now, but I kind of knew that was going to happen. The Dioceras, which I thought was going to be okay, really isn't.
Matt
Oh
is
my
probably worse than the Fungia now. So
sorry,
yeah,
Matt's holding up your little logo to the screen now, so everyone's ignoring your coral dramas.
Brilliant.
Are you going to leave that Fungia in there and hope for babies to pop out of it? Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah.
Steve, apparently... Sorry, Steve. About that Fungia, who's the guy that wrote the books that was up at AAC's show and stuff like that? Who's that guy?
Tony
Vargas.
Yeah, he was saying that I watched it just recently again, and he was saying Fungias, everyone puts them on the sandbed, but really, no, they shouldn't be up. So if you get problems with them, just elevate them up onto a bit of frag rack.
Yeah, so I was at that event, and when I came home, I moved it up onto a rock so I could get flow underneath it.
Yeah,
didn't make any difference, and it used to be really, really happy.
Don't they just
I think
fall
the
right
cleaner
off?
shrimp. Sorry?
Don't they just fall right off the rockscape, inflate their bottom?
I don't know, because it was already kind of shrunk.
Okay.
It was like an orange skeleton to start with, where it was pulled really tight against the skeleton, but it was still alive. And then it's just died. But
They're always on the. Everyone puts them on the bottom. No, I've never seen someone put a Pangea up here somewhere.
Same.
Yeah.
You say it was turning orange?
It was orange to start with.
Is that from a dose of iron brew?
Yeah, probably.
You fucker, Dave.
It was in the tank tour, mate. It was in the tank tour.
It was.
What else have I been up to? I think the only other thing is I've been working on a little game for Wednesday as well with some of Ron's coral names, which has kept me entertained.
Oh, fucking bet it has.
Fantastic.
Ron sent me 10 corals that he'd given in very inappropriate names for, and then I realised my folly. I now have to think up 30 inappropriate names for these corals so that you have a 1 in 4 chance of guessing the right inappropriate name.
Stop fucking about. What's the prize?
It's going to be an East Coast reefer towel.
Yay!
Cool.
What was that? Sorry.
An East Coast reefer towel.
You shipped to the States.
Who doesn't want to dry their balls with one of Steve's towels?
Well,
I might be able to post it in the States when I'm next over there.
I'm kind of upset about all the games because I'm always driving when all this stuff goes on, and it's really hard to play the game while I'm driving.
Oh, well, we'll need to do an audio game so you can play along.
Not like you're watching the road anyways.
We'll call it Jason's Road Rage Challenge.
What are you talking about? I don't road rage.
No.
You fucking kidding me? I'm calm while I'm driving, just riding along. Hands 2 and 10.
Fuck you!
I don't think Jason chooses to not have sleeves. I think they get blown off when he sticks his arms out the window and goes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Nobody would know what that fucking means here, Ron.
What, that?
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Are you guys all subscribed to Steve's channel? He's at 1.99K subscribers.
I noticed that last night.
A smidge more to break that 2.
I'm already
not only that.
Yeah, I was subscribed.
It's 1,999. I need one more.
Seriously? I just subscribed. Just now I did.
Then you're subscriber 2,000.
2,000, sir. Congratulations.
Check it now.
I was subscribed before you got here, Steve, so.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do apologize. Oh, he's not there. Oh, never mind. Oh, he's back now. Shh. What's that?
I took my headphones with me. I could. That's my Amazon parcel.
All right. Okay.
Which? There you go. Look.
Is it a monkey? That's what usually comes from Amazon.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
Oh,
what?
Amazon.
Oh, no, they come from Africa, don't they? Oh, it's an empty bag, Steve. You've been screwed.
Oh, yes. Good lad.
Cool.
Yeah, I love mine.
Man, Ron needs some sponsors. Look how people follow his word.
Fuck them.
My apologies, Steve. I actually thought I was subscribed, but I wasn't, so I just have done now.
2001.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. Yeah.
We're going back to
I'm not going to call you Lee anymore.
You are?
I'm going to call you
Dad,
2001.
you can remove your subscription.
Going back to towels, though, I've got a towel with loads of clownfish on it, but I can't use it because it feels funny.
Gosh, YouTubing sounds like some effort to have a channel a little bit. You
Yeah.
must enjoy doing it.
You're fucking right. It does, Zach. This weekend has been bonkers, and I'm on some fucker's channel on Wednesday.
When Ron takes his headphones off, he's got permanent red rings from having headphones on all the time.
Yeah.
My
watch screams at me to stand up all the time. You lazy fat fuck. It keeps saying.
Instagram or TikTok, it all takes time, doesn't it? It takes time, effort.
Well, I'll tell you something. Yeah. What we do takes way more effort than live streaming. Live streaming, yes, you're pulling up comments live and you've got to have content available to drop during the stream. But then
you've got to remember plug your microphone in and take the lens cap off.
But then that's it, done. Whereas the way we do it, I edit it and because it's
you don't have to edit it. We can all look like assholes.
No, well, that's the problem. I don't want you all looking like fucking crazy people.
I am an asshole, so it's okay.
Me too. I don't care.
I'm a so okay, don't matter. So how's it feel to have over 2,000 subscribers? I've got 150.
I think we've got 300 or
Peace
something.
out.
2,000 is fucking impressive, Steve. Well done. Mm-hmm. That is impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, it's taken a little while, but
before we go down any more sheep routes, Jim, your week in reefing.
Same as always.
No,
I did take a few corals out and forgot to get them out of the basement. So the basement smells like, rotting coral right now. You know the smell.
Where did you set them? Just in like a bucket or something?
They're in a bucket by the basement sink. And I forgot to bring them out. Like I have to change the kitty litter every day. I thought I'd put them in the bag with the kitty litter. And then I thought no, because they poke holes in bags, so I'll take them out later. And then I forgot. And so I came down this morning and I was like, ooh, I forgot the corals.
That is a hilarious image. Walking up the stairs and all your corals and cat shit falls out, and you're like, fuck. Do I just pick them up? Do I grab gloves?
You don't even realize it. It pokes a fucking hole, and then you have like an oil, like a cartoon, like fucking like gunpowder laid all the way up through the fucking house. So I yanked out a couple more corals. Fish are good. Fed the fish. Made some more water. The snails didn't do a very good job this week, so I did my magna scraper a little bit so I could do my inspection, and everything's good. I started getting motivated. I started making a plan on where I was gonna start replanting.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. Oh, I mixed some calcium and mag and soda ash, so my dosers are replenished. Somebody else was saying how their heaters weren't. Maybe Jason said something how the basement was getting a little colder. The heater wasn't keeping up. Mine didn't. One night I had my ink burn alarm going off. So I just cranked my heater up a couple more degrees, and it handles it fine now.
Was it Brian V that said he's here?
Yeah, Brian.
It was
Brian.
Yeah.
So 3 days after that happened to him, my heater alarmed. I mean, it was at fuck the British units. It was at 75.9 is when my alarm goes off. So it wasn't bad, but I typically keep it up around 70. 77 is like my plus or minus a degree. So yeah, so tank's good. Corals are still fucking growing. They now are almost out of the water, and I'm gonna have to do something.
Full reset, do you think, or just a kind of knock down and prune?
No, because there's some corals that are just slow growers, so I don't want to really reset them. So there's just going to be areas, but I'm a little worried, like, because the acrylic tank only has such big openings at the top, and I can't get the corals out if I snap one of the corals, and I don't know how I'm going to break them off. Like, some of the bases are like 25 millimeters. You know what I mean? They're chunky, and I don't know how I'm going to break those off without like yanking and getting in there with a hammer, and I don't want to get in there with a hammer. So I don't know, but I've started to think about it. The step.
How's the I don't do fucking shit tank? How's that doing?
It's covered in algae too, but it looks good when I look through it. It looks good. Yeah, good. I'll have to get some pictures of that one. The fish the little mandarin's doing good, and I mean, my frag tank is full, so I can't break any corals out of my main tank and put them in the frag tank. So I don't know what I'm going to do. That's why the basement smells like dead coral right now.
Do you think you could get some really rigid, like 25 mil pipe long enough to put down to where the coral is and then hit that with a hammer?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't want to break up my scape, though.
I just drained mine halfway and then you just went to town with a hammer. There was bits of coral all over the fucking
Did you?
office. Yeah, yeah, literally. Wow. Just smashed it all up with a hammer. Dudley was running around with a bit of acropora at one point.
No, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the purple stylos are the biggest, so they'll and once they really grow, I mean, the bases get pretty thick. So, a couple acros are really big too. So, we'll see.
I mean, there's worse problems to have.
Yeah, I mean, I chunked out the whole center area. If I clean the glass, I'm like, man, tank looks pretty good like this. Like, And I don't want to. The fish live in the coral, so I feel bad like chunking it all out because I want the fish to still have their home.
Right.
So I'm do a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Talking of things could be worse, Jason, dare I ask how things are going with you? Things turning a corner?
I don't know. Actually, I just put a picture on Discord. The Duncan has more heads showing than it has in weeks.
So has it been retracted?
Oh yeah, it's been retracted for like 2 months, for 2.5 months. Like it just looks like a skeleton with like, you can see down inside like the hard skeleton where the heads actually are, and you can see them down in there, and like they've just been retracted all the way in. Like I've lost probably half of the heads off of that Duncan colony. But it's got some that are, poking out a little bit. It's not like open, but so it looks like things are going a little bit better. I don't know. I still don't really know what's wrong with the damn tank. I put an acro and a piece of Monty Cap in last week that seemed to be doing okay. So I don't know.
So you've got your salinity under control now, and
salinity's under control. I've got the nutrients are coming down to a more manageable range. I needed to test yesterday, but I didn't get home until like 9 o'clock last night, so that didn't happen. I need to test calcium and mag and alkalinity because I haven't done that this week yet. But I was, like I said, I was gone all day yesterday, so everything's looking like it's, the numbers are looking better, but I don't know what the problem really is. So I don't know. Fish are fine. They're swimming around. They're eating. Look fine.
I don't know. You've just got. Remember Brian V's tank before he upgraded?
I'm in a stupid spot. I'm just in a stupid spot where I think everything is just fighting itself, trying to find that equilibrium, and it's just been a fucking nightmare trying to get it to like do it. So
one day it's just gonna be great again, man.
Exactly. And that's like, I'm just hoping in the meantime that I really like the rest of the stuff in there, like coral wise, I don't really care. Cause I lost a bunch of stuff anyway. I just don't want the Duncan to die completely. I'm trying to keep that going. But yeah, everything's looking better. So we'll see. Like I said, I need to test today. I did a water change on Thursday, so
Jason,
yeah.
Have you tried anything with that coral? Have you tried to do anything with it?
I dipped it a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, because I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything anything stupid happening with it, like parasites or anything like that. So I figured I'd dip it. And it has done about the same. So I don't think that was it. I didn't really get anything off of it other than like copepods.
Yeah. But it was
a
dip you used sort of thing, just in case there was
Yeah, I dipped it in KCL. So, it seems to, I don't think it didn't have any negative effect. So
no.
I figured it couldn't hurt.
Yeah. Would you try dipping it in like a weak solution of iodine, like tank water and a couple of drops of iodine?
Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
I haven't yet though.
That's Chris Meckley go-to, isn't it? Like,
because I don't think there's actually anything wrong with it. I think it's just the tank being stupid. Yeah. So, but
usually if I can't find anything crawling or sleeping or eating a coral, I just sort of give it sort of 10 in its own tank water and a couple of drops, and you got to spin it to make sure it doesn't have a big gulp of raw iodine. Sort of mix it first or whatever, and just give it 10-15 minutes in there and take it out. It means hardly anything, but they say that quite a lot of corals are already sort of like iodine deficient, like we're supposed to be as well. That's his own words, isn't it, Chris Meckley? So, but yeah, that's usually what I do if I all ends up and I don't know what to do and I'm a bit desperate. Or
right,
I do the same.
I may give that a go then.
Yeah.
I might even leave it in the entire night while I'm sleeping and come back and get it the next day.
If if I get really desperate, I usually just try and frag off the heads that are okay and glue them back onto a nice fresh frag plug. And even then, I put them in a little bit of iodine before they go back in the tank. You know,
that ain't happening.
No, you're not gonna.
That's way easier said than done.
Yeah,
the way it's growing, it makes it.
Yeah,
because the base on it's like
the size of your fucking head, Jason.
Yeah, the heads, all of the heads on the Duncan are like that big in like a dome shape. Like it's
right. Yeah.
It looks like a tree.
Yeah,
and the base on it's probably that's on a 2x2 tile, I think, maybe 1.5 by 1.5 tile, and the base is as big as the tile.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. But I'm gonna, like I said, I got to do something because I don't want to lose that coral. That coral's important to me. Came from Taters, like that makes it, you know.
Could you like, you know, those ceramic like pliers you get for, you know, when you're doing your kitchen with that, you know, those tiles, when you use a nibbler and just go in there and just take them off.
Yeah, well, and that may be something that I may end up having to do.
Yeah. Mm.
I've just been trying to give it the whole thing time to like figure itself out. But I mean, it is looking better. Things are looking up.
Good.
It's looking better. So, I mean, I'm not like as stressed out about it as I was. So,
and you found wee issues, and you know the no pox thing, you know that happened. So yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
there's been more things happening. It's not just been a.
Actually, the funny part about it is after the no pox like overdose, everything's actually looked better.
Cool.
How the fuck does that work?
Yeah,
vodka works in its own mysterious ways.
That's it. In other exciting news this week, I got a 3D printer, so I've been figuring that out.
Oh yeah.
So,
did that come from a potato as well?
Yeah, Taters. Got a big ass box in my living room. My wife's like, "What did you order?" I'm like, "Nothing." Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Then I look at the return address. I'm like, "Oh, it's Taters," and she's like, "What?" I'm like,
bushel of potatoes.
Tater bomber.
Yeah,
Tater bomber.
I mean, it was a huge box. It was like a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot box, like cube. Like
he's gunning for the Reefy AF Generosity Award of 2024.
Well, I mean, there was
going to be American awards and British awards now.
6, 7. There were 7 rolls of PLA in there, so along with a 3D printer. So, I mean, I took it all apart. I think I found what was wrong with the extruder, so I haven't had time to like fire it up and see what it does. But I think I figured out it was all gummed up inside the extruder. So I think that was part of the problem because he said he had problems with it. But I think I've got that squared away. So
super.
Maybe today, if I have time, I'll fire it up and see what it does.
I think when Taters gets into something, he goes hard,
like all in.
Yes,
100%, and then goes, "Yeah, fuck that."
Nah.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Unless it's baseball gloves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes hard on that.
Mr. Budnick, how is the store?
Warm, way warmer in here than it is outside. It's been fucking nice. Speaking of Taters, he popped into the store. He's 1,000 miles away. And last week I had swarmed with customers, and this fucking oddball opens the door. I said, "Hey, welcome." I had no fucking clue who he was.
Yeah, because nobody knows what he looks like. So
no, he just grunts, walks by. He's on the phone, which is with Ron. So I'm continuing with the other corals, and this weird dude is in the corners looking at stuff that's not even got to do with the aquarium. He's like looking up in the corners of the building and stuff like that. And then I come and ask, "Is there anything I can do for you, sir?" And he's, "Do you have a freshwater section?" Like, fuck this guy immediately. And then he turns into some Zoa jokes. Something about, "Do you have Imagine Dragon Zoas?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't think so." He says, "Imagine dragging these nuts on your face." And then he goes, "It's Russell, dude." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
That's so good.
So that was pretty cool to have him come in here.
Saltwater only, brother.
Saltwater only, bro. He was visiting family downstate, so he decided to take a 3-hour extra drive upstate and then back, of course, to come and just hang out for a little bit. Very cool surprise.
That's awesome.
Finished our Black Friday sale. We were doing like 40% off all the corals, 30% off all fish and inverts, and it went super well.
Did it go? It went well?
It went very well. We sold a lot. I got rid of a lot of fish, which was the main goal. Some fish stay here for so long. Sometimes they're here for over a year, some of them, which we don't have a huge turnover for fish, but we've been shipping a lot of them out more so lately, which so far I'm 10 for 10. I haven't had any issues shipping with anything. Fish, I've had a couple delays. Like I sent one to Texas and it got stuck in the town that it was going to, and they wouldn't help us out or anything like that. But they all made it through fine. We went to a concert for Black Friday downstate, and I came back, and for some reason, one of my tanks was looking funny. Goniopora that Russell had sent me for the first time was all shriveled up. So I was only gone for a night, so I have no idea why something would have happened, but stuff only happens when you're gone.
Yep.
So immediately I changed out 200 or 150 so gallons of water, super quick, 30-minute water change. Sent out some ICP tests the other day, and I just decided to do the whole store. So there's 4 tests going out. I wanted to beat the Christmas rush. I think they're doing a delay for Christmas, taking a break from getting results. So I just wanted to get those in quick. I did personally take advantage of some Black Friday sales. Coral View was doing 50% off open box deals.
Nice.
So I snagged a shit ton of things for the shelves to resell. And some of the boxes, none of them are damaged. I don't know why they were called open box. They could have just sold them regularly. There's nothing wrong with them. I think they used some of them at coral shows, and they just couldn't resell them the same way. But I got sumps and a wall full of skimmers, mostly all ice cap brand stuff. I also got myself 2 of those Philips Coral Care lights, which I needed 3. Jeff B bought the 3rd that they had available, fucker. So I ended up just getting 2, and I used the money I was going to spend on that 3rd for some reef brights to go down the side of it. Set them up.
You get a controller for them?
Got a controller for them. They're pretty badass. They're bright. I like the white. Usually I don't like the white at all, but I am swooned on it. I think it looks brilliant. The par was shitty compared to my black boxes, like less than half of what my black boxes were producing. So now I still have 3 black boxes up, and they're a foot higher than the Coral Cares that are lower. And the black boxes are still, they pump out like 400 par, being a foot higher, whereas the Coral Cares were barely breaking over 300.
So this is where it would be super interesting to measure the par of both of those lights to see exactly what usable light is coming out of both. That would be super interesting.
I am interested in that. I'm hoping that you get one and send it over when you don't like it.
I'm at Taters 2.0. Is that what the fuck I am?
Yeah.
I'm already sending Lee a pump today. I wonder what else you can get out of me.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you got one? Steve's got one.
Cool, dude. I just was looking at your, you did a video on it. I'm pretty sure I haven't watched it yet. So I'll be watching that after this.
Did Matt not do one as well? Is Matt still here? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I think. He's muted. I don't know if he knows he's muted.
But he did one, didn't he?
Yes. Here he is.
It is.
Hey. Sorry, I was helping the missus with the roast. The roast.
Roast.
No.
The roast.
Roast.
Oh, roast. Roast dinner.
Rob, you're muted.
Fucking it up as usual. Jesus Christ.
He wondered, there was one time he said, why is everyone just ignoring me? I said, you've been fucking mute for 10 minutes.
You're talking to yourself, bro. Talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the last thing I did in the store. I got that spawning project, the little ghetto spawning project up in the other loft, which is ghetto as hell. But Rob lit the fire after I watched his coral videos and his instant, easy fucking success. He didn't even have to do anything. Yep.
Yep. Done. Moving on.
Yep.
Moving on.
So the used Apex I pulled from the shelf. I guess I'm glad I didn't sell it because it's kind of a piece of garbage. I would have gotten the heck from it. I think I got to get a new one. They told me that I should open it up and replace some SD card or something in there.
Yeah,
it's just not reading right. So I'm going to try that first, and if not, I've talked to Neptune vendor, and he said he'll get me a whole new setup for store use for 50% off, which is a huge savings.
That's not bad at all.
No, so at that price, I mean, the bar and this the head would only be, I think, $315. So I might as well just get a Trident for it and a dose to hook it all up and just go full board with it.
Yes, I'll be interested to see what you think about it, because obviously Raph was born on a little bit of a hatred for Aperture, and which obviously Neptune came under that brand and all the rest of it. I run Apex and I really, really like mine, but I totally understand why you guys have the attitude you have over there with Neptune, with the lack of customer service. It seems we have a completely different situation over here.
Trying to fix that old energy bar, he must only be allowed to send one email a day, and it's in the morning. But I send a reply immediately after, and I have to wait fucking 24, 48 hours for any type of reply. It's kind of garbage.
That's ridiculous.
But, I started with Neptune, man. I've always had an Apex. I've had one for close to a decade.
So you know your way around it then?
A little bit. I don't take a full advantage of it. But,
there's a guy on YouTube that fixes all Apex stuff and virtually everything. And he's in America somewhere. I can't remember whereabouts. And he's pretty cheap as well, because I want to send a couple of energy bricks over, but he's getting them back.
Yeah, that's good to know. I might try to look that up.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll find it for you. I'll send you it in a private message.
Thanks, man.
So Zach, did you get the Reef Bright strips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Do you
cool.
like them?
It's a little soon. I think the looks on them, when you look at the computer in the picture, they look kind of chintzy, like you would pick them up from like a PetSmart or Pet Supplies Plus, or like a chain, like a light they'd sell at a chain, but they're not priced that way. They're way more expensive than something you'd find at a PetSmart or something like that. They did add.
Do they have decent LEDs, or are they the little tiny ones?
They just look like tiny little LEDs, but I don't know like the actual
a current USA one almost.
It kind of looks like that, but
yeah,
they added way more power than my first current LED light, so that it did fix.
Did you not think about Orphic or even like the Alibaba Orphic knockoffs? Or
I had an Orphic, and it burnt half of the bar burnt out, and it ran too fucking hot to even touch. Even the power supply, once I grabbed a hold of it and I was like, fucking A, man, this thing's gonna burn my fingertips off. So I ditched that, and it was 50% off with the open box sale, so it was hard to pass up the Reef Bright. Otherwise, maybe I would try the AliExpress bars.
Are you currently playing with your broken skimmer needle wheel?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the actual one?
Yeah. So CJ, I messaged them about it, and I didn't even have to ask for a reply. I asked them where to buy one, and they just said, "We got one out in the mail for you, sir." And it's got to be over 4 years old and in use. So that's pretty cool that they just sent it.
That is brilliant.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a gold star.
Yeah. I did say for my store, so I don't know if saying store put a push under it. But,
we should all just start saying that.
Yeah.
And Tesco's, I'm buying these Pop-Tarts from my store. Mr. Dave, how are you?
What? Living the dream. Yeah, living the dream, mate.
So you finally got your roller filter in?
Yes. Yeah, finally got it the way I want it anyway. Obviously, it was back to front originally. So I've cut out put 2 45-degree angles in, brought the sump forward an inch, maybe 2 inches. You know, an inch is all you need, right? So yep, that's forward. Roller mat's working good, and yeah, obviously then I had the TMC shitty heater fail. So when you say 4 years, I'm having an argument with them over 4 months, pretty much, for a replacement heater. So
I'm not
luckily, I
familiar with that brand you guys keep talking about. TMC.
Yeah, I'm not either.
TMC are one of the biggest livestock importers in the UK, but they also have this brand of electronics for the aquarium trade.
Say that again. Say that again.
I think TMC made Rob's mute button.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Finally got it working.
He's just sitting there.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Brilliant.
Sorry, Dave. When you
So are they like the BRS of England, or what are they?
They don't. Yeah, they do. They do carry other brands, I suppose, and you can buy them through their wholesaling, but they're not in the same scale as BRS. But they're definitely, I would say, probably that size of name in the UK in the industry. I think. I mean,
But they found a bunch of cheap shit to just slap their sticker on.
Chinese shit with TMC stuck on it. Yeah.
I see it now.
I'll never forget Aqua 2017 or 2019. I can't remember which one it was I was at. And everyone was showing off all the, I think I've already said this, everyone was showing off all the roller filters and stuff. And they're like, oh, we've got one as well. Ours is manual.
Yeah, brilliant.
Fucking.
What? Like they plugged
yourself,
it? Like that was a good thing?
Well, yeah, everyone had all of this technology there. And then it turned out I think there was a patent infringement involved in their unit, because then it never came to be that very first white and blue model, I don't think. I might be wrong on that, but I remember hearing something and they had to, or that's the reason why there wasn't a motor on it. I can't remember. And then Bubble Megas brought theirs, and the motor was mounted on the outside, which meant the roller filter was like a meter long. Exaggerating, obviously.
So they had some Chinese version that they bought, slapped their sticker on, realized the Chinese stole something, and then they couldn't sell it.
Yeah, and their flow pumps within the tank, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, were unbelievable garbage. So they've actually not that long ago re-released newer versions. Are they the purple ones, Lee, or have we now moved on from the purple ones?
No, the purple ones are most up-to-date ones.
Okay.
It were blue and white, which are basically a poor quality, even though J-Cod's poor quality, but basically a poor quality J-Cod. They all come out of the same fucking factory anyway.
But the magnets got swollen on all of mine in like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was like they weren't even sealed.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Dave, your roller filter.
Yeah, so that's all up and running, all good. New heaters in there. Apart from that, not a lot really to report. Swapped over to some aqua print light shades for the XR15s. Apart from that,
spill.
No, I've changed phone today. You missed the beginning, mate.
You're late.
You're late.
Weren't late. You would know these things.
Yeah, we're not gonna go back.
So, so that's kind of sorted. But yeah, apart from that, fuck all.
How long did that plumbing? How long did that replumbing take you?
It took me, I want to say, probably 20 minutes after. Like, generally not long.
Cool.
I probably chucked the plumbing in too quick, actually. But
you got to go back and glue it in a couple of years, or?
As you do.
No, it'd be fine. Salt Creep will fix that, won't it?
Salt Creep, yeah.
Don't take no worries. You'll fuck it all up.
Yeah. And yeah, it is what it is, eh? So no, it's all good. Apart from that, nothing really to report. Still got a transgender angel at the minute, and that's it.
Gender, nice.
Yeah.
Has the app tell you how long your roll's going to last? Has it done that yet?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't calculated that. So originally, it was using 6 centimeters a day, and I was like, "This can't be fucking right. My tank can't be that clean."
I was going to say that sounds a lot.
So I smashed the sand bed up a little bit to see what would happen, and it started doing. A couple of days it did 60 centimeters, and now it's kind of averaged out at 30 centimeters a day. Which, to be fair, that's still, if it was at 30 centimeters a day average, you're still talking maybe 3.5 months for a roll. And stupidly, I've just bought fucking 6 of them from AliExpress, so I've got about 4 years worth of rolls here.
Cool. Badass.
Yeah.
Sending the kids to college where you have to buy a new set.
Exactly that.
So you're running the skimmer as well?
Yeah, I do run a skimmer.
Have you noticed any difference since the filter roller's gone in?
It doesn't pull out as much shit, no. No, it doesn't pull out as much shit. Definitely not. But I still want the skimmer going because I've got the cold air feed in and my pH is affected by it massively. So
that's interesting you're using so little roll per day. I'm just over a meter a day. I only get 28 days per roll.
Holy shit.
But I'm feeding my corals quite a lot. So
is this on the farm?
It's a bigger system as well.
Yeah. That's why.
Mine does 90 centimeters a day.
Yeah.
That's because everything's dying in the front of your tank, Steve. I hate to say it.
All that crap's filling up the filter roller.
There you go.
Well, yeah, but still, that's drastically different. Like that's not just I'm not using a lot. That is a lot different.
Yeah. But it seems to be working, right? So it goes off near enough every 2 hours, I suppose. So
or it doesn't start like spitting over and spraying everywhere.
Nope.
Does that roller have the option to set your own rate, or does it have to be like when it hits the optical eye?
Yeah, you can. I think the Red Sea you can auto advance and you can do what you want really with it.
Yeah, you can choose how much it moves by, can't you? But not how frequently it moves.
No, it still hits those two conductive.
Little and often,
or you can set it to do like a whole part of a roll in whatever time of day, can't you?
And there's no bypass on that.
Yeah, it overflows and just straight into the sump.
Yeah.
But you can't. Sorry, no, you can't. It doesn't have a little open door thing like the Clarisy one did.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And the Medat plastic.
I wish I got rid.
I mean, I like it. It's working, and that's the main thing. The plumbing.
You have anything in the little basket under it?
Nah, I chucked that fucking straight back in the box, mate.
Same here.
What a stupid idea.
Same here.
I put some carbon in mine, but it got blocked up. So when I look at my app at the moment, it tells me my daily average is 3.8 meters.
Holy shit.
Because one day the roll was in for like a week, and then it told me that it was jammed, and I looked in and the roll had transferred from one side to the other, and it just kind of indexed the whole thing.
Do you want a spare roll here, mate? I got some from AliExpress. I won't need it for 4 years. No.
Dave, do you have all your stuff under your tank so the plumbing just goes straight down into the?
Yeah. So it's under tank sump and all the electrics. I've got I made my own cabinet by the side of it, color matched it and stuff, and all my dry goods are in that side.
No, just saying that the tour will be early next year, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Stop fucking about.
On you go, Jim. On you go.
So like that's like my under tank sump is like even if my plumbing has a little leak, it's just going to leak into my sump anyway.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's the plan. I'm quite contingency based with everything with this tank, I suppose. So it should just literally drain straight into the bottom of the tank. Obviously, I've moved it forward an inch, and an inch is a big number, as we all know. And but we've still, it's like right on the edge if it's going to go in the tank or out of a tank. But until it happens, hopefully Salt Creek will be in place by the time the glue fails. So yeah,
let's do it live. Just give it a nudge.
Mate, I originally, when I fitted the roller mat in, I was fucking nudging the pipes so far forward you wouldn't believe. It was the most unreefiest thing to do. But I didn't have enough space to get the. I originally spoke with Lee about it. It was getting the 500, and I was like, I should have a measure up, and we were trying to work out the head height of it.
Okay, good. So you didn't talk to Lee about plumbing, but you talked to him about
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I think Lee's trying to make his whole cellar a sump so that if there's another leak, it just goes into the sump.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the kids can flow out. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids can play swim in it.
Yeah, they're gonna drown.
It'll only be like 2 foot deep.
He's got little like blow up toys in the sump for the kids.
Yeah, he's doing a reenactment of the Titanic. Puts a dinghy out there.
Okay. So Matt, you're weak in reefing.
God's like, for fuck's sake.
Kids. I bought a mushroom basket. That's been set up. And then today, I've been to check someone else's tank, use the par meter, use this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the new ones. So I got that. I went to one of his. So he's got 2 XR15s and an AI blade, and he wanted it checked. And in return, he's just given me a load of sticks that are probably going to kill. Couple of smooth skins.
Positive thinking.
Like, yeah, you want to kill them, obviously.
Can we pause for a second? Lee, what are you doing in the Discord chat?
I was just finding. I'm trying to send Zach a private message for the YouTube link for that guy that fixed Apex stuff. And then I found a way of doing it in here. So,
you just fucking live in the general audio chat on Discord. You were on there all day yesterday.
Oh, I forget to sign out. I forget to hang up. I use the Discord for testing my cameras.
I'm glad you're getting a good use out of it then.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You complain I'm not there, and then when I'm there all day, I get shit for it as well.
Sorry, Matt. On you go.
Sorry, Matt.
Sorry.
I'm still fighting algae. I'm debating a fox face. I just can't find one I want. I want a Fiji, and I want it to be about that big.
They do grow, you know.
Specific.
Yeah, I know they grow, but obviously I don't want a yellow one, and I can't find a Fiji. I bought a Gonny and an Apteris about for this live stream. So when I came on earlier, I was gluing sticks, putting corals in, and also I've got this. Someone's lent me this.
Oh, is that the IOS trap?
Yes. So John Wright, one of the people that jumps in the chat, he's lent me that. He posted it to me, and that's to catch my tang, which has got spots, which I need to treat. I've tried dosing the tank. I've tried dosing via food and treating it that way, but I think I'm going to give it an RO bath, see what happens.
Did you use Reef Medic?
Yes.
Yeah, so my experience with Reef Medic was, first time I used it, absolutely incredible. And considering how expensive it is, I was kind of over the moon. And tried 3 times after that, no. So I don't know if it's absolute bollocks or whether it is species specific that it only kills certain species of the parasite. I have no idea, but it did work the first time.
It's very time sensitive. It's about the point where the white spot is in its life cycle for it to work.
Tomon, Thermon, blah, blah, blah.
If it's near beginning life cycle, it works really well because it's basically dried hydrogen peroxide.
Yep.
So you can get the exact same principle by dosing hydrogen peroxide, which might be an idea for you.
Yeah, so I've done Medic. That made absolutely no difference. I've treated it via food for flukes. I'm now going to RO bath it, see if that makes any difference. Otherwise, this fish is going to live in the sump. Then I'm going to have to set up a quarantine, and then because he's the only fish that's showing.
What fish is it?
It's a Tommy Tang.
Are you running UV?
How bad is it?
It's over he's over his head, and there's a couple of spots a little bit further back, but it's raining around his.
To be honest, I'd just leave him to it, because the more you fuck about, the more you're going to stress him out, and the more you're going to make him worse. You usually find with most tangs, they'll spot up on a regular basis. I had this when I first got into hobby with a pair of Eagles, and every 3 weeks they spotted up, and I did Polymac lab, all sorts, and I would continue to the point where after about 7 months I thought, sod this, I'll just let them crack on, and you'll find they'll build up their own tolerance and just get on with it. But I would advise, for the meantime, dosing hydrogen peroxide. Get it off Amazon. It's about £5 a bottle. I think it's like 1 mil per 100 litres, something daft like that. If you do a Google search, you'll find it. It's fully reef safe. You can dose it. It'll also help with algae as well. That's going to be your best bet. But the more you pull it out and put it in quarantine or freshwater dip it, it's just going to stress it out even more and make it worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, this is why I tried to leave it in the tank, because I didn't want to stress it out. I'm now thinking to myself, do I leave it? Do I not? Do I leave it? Do I not?
I would.
Well, I've got to do something. And because ever since I tried to food medicate it, that's when I then had this algae outbreak. So the tank is doing my brain in at the moment.
Got a UV on that tank, Matt?
Yeah.
What size is it?
It's a TMC 400. It's going to go in the bin because I'm now a fan of Ron saying that TMC is shit.
I mean,
The tanks are all right.
I'd put a huge UV on there.
Yeah, big DD85 or something. Yeah.
Listen, I definitely wouldn't add any fish for.
I haven't added anything.
Yeah, so I wouldn't stick the fox face in there if you find one yet. I'd just UV the shit out of that for 2 or 3 months. See if you can knock it right down.
I was thinking like 35. Do you think I should go even stronger than a 35? What UV?
Whatever you can afford, put it on it.
I'll go 80.
Yep, same.
And what do you guys do for flow through it, depending on if you're trying to increase the how well it works with?
For 80 watt UV, if you get the D&D one, I think it's about 2,000 litres an hour. I think that's it. I think that's about the rate.
But do you adjust flow depending on if you're trying to just kill pests versus trying to kill algae versus? So what do you guys do?
Slower for ick, faster for algae is basically the remit. Just because it's such a larger organism, isn't it? But that's what I'd do.
What have you done to your microphone, Rob?
What's the matter with it?
It's not great.
It's really quiet.
He wants Ron to have to edit the entire Salty Banter again and raise Mike's volume.
Such a fucking shit day. I can't even fucking talk about it.
Did your tank explode again?
Just go down to the bottom left of the Zoom window, click the little arrow next to the audio, and then see if you're using the right mic.
Oh,
he puts it real quiet, so we all shut up and listen to him.
Matt, I've just sent you a through on chat article on peroxide dosing. Have a read through that.
Yes, mate. Yeah, so now I've got this trap. I'm like, I want to use it, and now I'm like, no, I'm not going to use it. So I'm like, I might be just send it back to John and go, thanks for that. It's nice to look at.
I'm with Lee and the fact that all the messing around and you're getting stressed about the fish, right? But the fish probably isn't that stressed. And if it's the only fish that's showing signs of it, I'm with Lee. Leave it alone.
I am too.
Feed well.
It literally eats everything. It's not hesitant on anything. It literally straight to the food. It's happy. It's doing normal behaviour. I'm just like,
it's just that you're seeing the spots.
Yes.
Chill.
I've never had to try peroxide, but didn't
I'm the opposite.
Fish start to recommend that?
Yeah.
I always try to pull.
People say bears reef safe. Fish love it.
Fucking behave yourself. Jesus Christ.
Maxwood.
Bear that light kills everything.
Yeah, including this. So,
it's a very gentle
anything else to report, Matt?
Yeah. No, I've just dumped more cleanup crew in today when I went to go to the fish store with the sticks. What I've been given. Fingers crossed I don't kill them. We'll see. It looks like a couple of smooth skin acros, and something else. I don't know what it is, but he literally. So I was doing his lights, and I felt really bad for him because he went, "All right, what do you want? I'll frag it now." And in he goes, and he went to start to break it, and his whole colony fell off his rock, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So then he's sitting there gluing his colony.
Take it. I'll take that bet. Cheers. See you later.
It was like this, and I'm like, I don't want that much. And he's like, oh no. And his wife looking at him going, what are you doing? And I'm just thinking, this is awkward. I literally only met him.
Brilliant. So, Rob, have you managed to work out your mic? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh.
Hey, which mic are you using, Rob? Are you using your one on your headphones still?
He's a professional YouTuber now.
We're not all laughing because what you said. You're fucking muted.
Why, Rob? Why did you just ring me on this and load it to mic like that?
I wish I hadn't said anything about the mic now.
Fuck knows. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. That'll do.
There it is.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
That's on the shit setting normally, though. That's on the one I was used to use, and you kept telling me it was shit.
It is shit, but it's better than.
If I go back to the other one, you fucking can't hear anything.
Well, is the physical button? Have you got the button switched on another one? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Don't give a fuck.
God, we're having this fucking elderly people in this group is such a fucking problem half the time.
So, Rob, your week in reef, and I already know it's not been great. Do you want to elaborate?
Got better today.
Oh,
fucking hell, absolute fucking nightmare. So Friday, my thing blew up, didn't it? My inverter.
Yeah.
Blew up. Fucking shit myself. Boom. Fucking sparks all over the place. Big plume of smoke. Actually smell of burning. Fucking shit myself. Thought the tank had blown at first. I thought the paint had gone. I was like, fucking hell. So nearly fell down the fucking hole.
Neighbors, mad scientist at it again.
Yeah.
I'm doing something again.
What's he doing now? Making fucking
Hopefully he doesn't burn the whole neighborhood down.
Yeah. So I've had that. I mean, to be fair, that's worked perfectly, that thing, for 3 years. It's probably got salt in it at some point. I probably splashed it or some shit. But I've just done the whole thing in the fish room, you know, so nice and happy. A lovely little afternoon, just cleaning pumps and fucking around as you do. I was just about to leave and I thought, I was just going to check that, because once a month I just flick the breaker, make sure it kicks in and works. So that's what I did. I flicked the breaker, fucking boom, shit myself, put the breaker back on, and all the sockets are fucking dead. So all the sockets that do all the vital stuff of the tank are fucking dead. So now I'm having a fucking heart attack. So I'm running around with extension leads and fucking all. Well, maybe not. So I'm running into the house. Right? My wife's in the kitchen watching fucking Gilmore Girls on a laptop. I'm running. I'm like, stress levels about fucking 2,000. I'm going, fucking hell, me fucking. She just literally looked around and went, oh. That was a sum total of I couldn't give a fuck. So anyway, so I've got it all back up with all these extension leads. I phoned electrician. I went, the fucking thing's blown up. You need to get round here and reroute the power so I can get all the sockets live, and then we'll sort the inverter out later. So fair enough. He came the next day, sorted it. I've lived in this house for 20 fucking years, right? We've never had a power cut. All right. I went out today. We meet our friends on the coast for a nice pub lunch and a dog walk for about 3 hours. So I did that, had a nice pub meal. I get back in the car just to start driving home. It's about an hour and a half away. Mrs. goes, oh, fuck me, the neighbours just text says, no, the power's gone out in the street. I went, what? Yeah, no power. I'm like an hour and a half away. I'm just like, no backup. I went, what the fuck are the chances It came in on a Friday, and then for 20 fucking years, I've never had a power cut. And 2 days later, when I've got no backup, I'll get a power cut. I was just going to drive the fucking car into a tree and just finish it. I thought, yeah, fuck it.
Sounds to me like maybe your inverter actually just fucked the whole street.
Yeah.
I got them. I
was thinking that myself, to be fair.
2,800 houses went down, apparently.
Fucking, I'll get that inverter checked then if I were you.
It's fucking dead, mate. So that was a nice drive back. So I was just like,
did you have a nice wee chat with your wife? Everyone was relaxed, and
how
was the Gilmore Girls? Which episode was it?
She went, "You're lovely and bubbly. You got your Christmas mood."
Were you
driving the Mercedes?
Were you driving like I do at that point in time?
Driving the Mercedes. Yeah, I could have gone a little bit faster, but I got drag on the side because I haven't got a proper fucking flap. Yeah,
fucking 6 months later.
One car because the other fucking one's still at the Mercedes garage. So I don't know. It's just I seem to just I'm having a bad fucking few weeks. That's all I can put it down to. It's like
an expensive couple of weeks.
Don't get in the helicopter, Rob.
Yeah, see, this is what happens.
Fortunes. I've hemorrhaged fucking thousands of pounds on that tank, and if you looked at it, it looks exactly the same it did before I spent a penny. I just think, where the fuck has that money gone? What is that? It's just like
I know that feeling.
Burning fucking cash.
That's what happens when you get a spawn as easy as you did. See? The world's like, fuck you,
right.
bitch.
Yeah. How'd you fucking like that?
How you like that, dick?
Yeah, Jamie Craig's at the end of the street with a pair of bolt cutters.
Fucking taking him off speed dial. This guy calls me all the time. Thinks we're friends.
We made that joke last night during the time. Sure, Jamie Craig's phoning Robert. Nope.
Yeah, you're burnt. Yeah,
no wonder you're enjoying me having such a shit week as well, Rob.
Oh no, yeah. I might just go around and just hammer someone's tank just to cheer me up.
Yeah. So what happened?
Well, the power, obviously, by the time I got back, the power was on. I think it was off about half an hour or so. But you know, when you're just in the car, I tried to log into the back, like the camera, but obviously there's no fucking power, so I can't. Apex didn't come up with a like the heartbeat, so I was like,
right.
So I don't know, but I think it was about half hour or so.
Yeah, it takes about an hour for heartbeat to come up.
Yeah, it's just I just sat in the fucking car in the car park going, I can't believe I got a power cut. I'm an hour and a half away. Yeah.
It's the only time shit happens, man. It's when you're not there.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice lunch?
It was nice, actually, yeah. And the dog walk was nice. Yeah. I might just fuck the fish off and keep a dog. It's a lot easier.
It is, but when fish die, it's not so bad. But when a dog dies, you're fucked.
Oh.
I can eat it.
Yep.
Can't even think about it. Can't even think about it.
That's why I ain't got another one.
No. Not going to talk about it.
My wife didn't want one because she didn't want to deal with when it passes.
Yeah. I totally get that. I totally get it.
Yeah. So everything's up. Everything fired back up. No back siphoning. No pumps.
Yeah.
No flooding.
Even the Bubble King pump came back on. So I mean, touch fucking wood. So yeah. So at the moment, yeah. Other than spending thousands of fucking pounds when I didn't want to, yeah, it's going all right.
So what did you replace the inverter with? What did you order?
I've still got to buy it. I'm getting a Victron. You heard of them?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to get one of them.
Is it certain wattage? Do you need a certain wattage? You get so much shit hooked up to it.
Yeah, it's 3,000 watts. It's 3K. Well, that's what the batteries have got. Yeah,
that's a big boy.
Yeah, I wanted to try and get an IP66 one. You know, one that you could weather the storm, so to speak. But I don't know if they don't make them. I couldn't find one anyway. But I think the Victron is supposed to be best make. This one's only got vents in the bottom. Because I know for a fact I did shower that other one when I was changing out my RO filters. I forgot to turn the water off and just fucking went.
Could you put your new one inside like a fiberglass enclosure or something, like a kind of
Well, I did
outdoor
think that,
cabinet?
It's got to have some sort of air circulation around it. I don't know.
Little fan. And then it just starts to spiral into more and more money, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, you could use an open bottom container, like just basically a shield, a hood over it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So it still pulls in from the bottom.
Yeah, and then at least if you splash it from the top, it would run off. It wouldn't,
Is there water everywhere? I mean, isn't there a space in where you could put it away from?
It's in the driest part of the fish room, but it's a fucking fish room, and at the end of the day, I spill shit.
Well, you're a silly bastard at times.
Building slowly, Jim. I should be building a picture that I'm fucking cack-handed and spill shit all over the place, break stuff constantly, swear a lot, and that's basically my life.
Really, I'd never noticed.
Rob, that's on an outside wall, though, isn't it? So couldn't you seal it on the inside and vent it from the outside?
Fucking hell. Well, actually, that bit of wall is subterranean. It's underground. So I'd have to. No, I couldn't.
Dig a hole?
Answer.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lee can come help you. He's digging enough holes in his dungeon.
I'd need a grate because it's actually a walkway as well. Yeah. Like I said, I'll be into it for like 15 grand then.
Yeah, I vote for fucking the tank and the fish off and sticking with the dog.
It just makes you realise just how stunningly fragile some of these systems are, isn't it? I was just in the car going, I wonder if they'd survive. I don't know how long they would survive with nothing, with no flow. I mean, I don't know. You got an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
It's the chain reaction, isn't it? Once you lose electricity that starts.
I mean, now
the oxygen just gets used up rapidly.
When you have so much stuff in your tank, like you have so many fish, like without the oxygenation, that would be.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be long.
I mean, but me, if I lose power here, it takes me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get home. So it's not uncommon. It's a couple hours. They've made it just fine. Everything in my tank, even in the old tank when there was more stuff in it.
Yeah, I don't think Rob would have much headroom, really. I think.
You don't have nearly as much. You need a backup on your backup.
This is what you start thinking.
You really do. I mean, you need
how many levels of fucking redundancy do I need to feel happy?
Have you ever thought of putting a battery backup just on the return, just to keep circulation, which would then keep oxygen?
Well, I did think I might get some of them Eco River things.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea if you could just keep your return running. Well,
I mean, that's why I put the whole battery backup in there. I mean, it's just meant to auto switch normally it would have been perfect. Normally, if that had happened last weekend, I wouldn't have known. Well, either I wouldn't have known because it would have worked, or it would have blown up while I wasn't there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, at least you think enough to test it.
Yeah,
now and again.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Yeah, because you're right. Because if I hadn't tested it, that would have happened today, and it would have fucking blown up, and it wouldn't have been there. So,
and you wouldn't have known why. You would have had to try and troubleshoot what it was that went down.
Yeah.
So at least you saw the sparks and shat your pants, because that was the indicator.
Are you regretting going with coral and saltwater fish rather than man-eating ants? Like, weren't you thinking what to do with your time?
I was thinking leafcutter ants. Yeah, they might have been easier, to be honest.
Man-eating ants.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
Anyway.
Oh, dear. Yeah,
listen.
So it's been a couple of weeks where it's the first time since I've had the tank where there's been days I've just sat there and gone, I'd like to fuck it off.
That's why the saying on Reefy AF is stupid fucking hobby, because you do. You look at it, and what was it? Lee gave us a great analogy of it last night, that it's like you're throwing darts and they just come back and stab yourself in the back.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and we just keep fucking throwing them. And it's like, what's that?
Yeah. I've had a face.
It's like you go like that, and he goes, you know what?
Well, anyway, listen, thank you to everybody for joining this week's Salty Banter. It's been really, really good fun. And I think leaving it 2 weeks actually makes more sense because then we can hear more of Rob's depressing stories and how much has fucking gone wrong. Because just weekly, it's just kind of diluted, isn't it? You want big fucking disasters.
See, when I'm feeling down, I just think of Rob washing his drying beads.
Me too.
Under the tap, and that just...
Okay.
See, his wife was sitting watching Gilmore Girls. He walks in and says, everything's turned to shit, and she's going like that. This is for the fucking silica beads, you prick.
Probably more for washing her car with a scourer, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bit fucking touchy about that.
I think I'm going to change this show to Salty Disasters. Anyway, listen, thank you to everybody so much. If you want to continue the chat, as always, you can jump onto Discord.
Lee's already there?
We'll get
I'll just set up a series from it now.
We'll get the next one booked in. And if you don't mind liking and subscribing, that'd be great. If you want to hit dislike as well, nobody gives a fuck. Anyway, catch you later, everybody.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See you later. Take care.
See you later, guys.
You've got a kid?
Have I got a what?
Your tank is a kid, isn't it? No, seriously, it's a kid tank, isn't it?
Oh, that kid. I thought you said a kid. I don't know why I thought you said that.
No, kid.
I honestly thought you said it's a kid. I went, what now?
No. Nice, Nick. It starts already.
Not that your reputation doesn't follow you about, but it's your own fault.
I know.
What a star, honestly. Is that a kid? Oh, it's shocking.
1 second, I'm going to try and work out how you do two things at once. I'm worse than Tom. At least my trident's up and running.
I've just realised I've not got my headphones on and it's not echoing.
Okay.
I'm just fascinated with that, sorry.
Oh.
Normally if I don't have my headphones on, it echoes like chuff.
I thought we were going to keep quiet long enough that he was going to think, shit, is it working?
Yeah.
Actually, seriously, if I tell too many jokes about him, like saying me and my dad were building sandcastles and my man took his ashes off me, stuff like that, I start smelling, because he used to work in a wool combing firm, so he had a particular smell. It were not a dirty smell, but it was just an odd smell. And whenever I go too far with jokes, I start smelling it, and it's just like, all right, I'm sorry, old man. I love my dad a bit, so he's an amazing guy, and me joking about his death is how I cope with it. So he understands, but he gets a bit pissed off after a while.
So he came home smelling of sheep.
Kinda.
Sheep or shit? Or both?
But there's not many sheep in Bradford. You don't see off them often.
Yeah, they're up in Scotland, right?
Well, yeah, more than the Wales sheep.
Yeah, we don't have billions of them here. No. Yeah.
I remember doing one at night, so we're doing card reading for tarot card reading. We went to this place really, really far out in back, a bit like that scene out of American Werewolf in London. And these sheep terrified me. I've never been as scared of an animal in my life. These were fucking aggressive. Like, what happened? Fucking hell. I'm not going near them.
There was a really bad horror movie with sheep in it. I can't remember what it was called.
Black Sheep.
Was it Black Sheep? Yeah.
Alien film, done by the same guy who did Brain Dead.
Yeah.
Lee, you're some great sheep, huh?
Sorry? Yeah, and sheep, cows. Huh? Oh, fucking hell, and cows as well.
Highland? The Highland ones?
I love cows.
Any of them. They're
really?
Fucking massive. I did a security job for a festival, and I got given one of them old sticks, you know, them old fishing net sticks, and little bamboo sticks. And farmer says, just let these cows go across, and if they step out of the way, just tap them. And I'm looking at this cow, and its fucking head was that big, from my chest to there, like that. And it looked at me as if to say, what are you going to do with that stick? So I'm going to hit you with it. Then what are you going to do? So I'm going to run like fuck. It's fucking terrifying. Anyway, sorry, you were saying, Steve, about what a great week you've had with your briefing. Sorry about your food you've had.